Okay, we should be starting soon. I just have to stop the music on my end. Okie dokie, we're playing the druid. We're going to play it for a few hours. I don't know if we'll get to 25. I don't think we will. But we will do what we can. So we have Zibobs. We have... Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how far we got on most of the characters. Bob's probably going to only get like 14 or 15 like Larzik. Larzik only got to 16 because we played him a little bit extra. So let's go ahead, start game, hop on in, and I will switch it to the appropriate screen for this, and we will start recording as well. But hopefully everyone's having a good day. Hopefully you've had fun with the beta if you're going to be trying it. There's some people who avoided it for various reasons, such as, you know, not wanting spoilers and such. Although, you're going to be spoiled on it eventually by playing it. So we got 2 free skill points starting out, so we get to basically get what we want here. Piercing Blade of Wind, dealing 5 to 6 damage. Electricity Gatherer is on our weapon, dealing 6 to 7 damage to target and chaining up to 3 surrounding enemies. Not bad. Earth Spike, sunders the enemy, impaling the first enemy. Okay, not really that great. Then we have a Claw, and we have a Bear. Bob is indeed present. Curious what other things. Earth Spike has a stun chance. Second Earth Spike. Fortify. Movement speed. Vulnerability. That one actually seems like the best one. Fierce Storm Strike has a vulnerability as well. Yeah, it's the... Actually, it seems like all of them would have that. It's to immobilize enemies. And chains to 2 additional targets, which would reduce its damage a lot. Just Bob. He's not the builder. He doesn't have... He's just there. Attack speed is increased by 10%. Can attack twice. Poison damage. Fortify life. Increase the range and radius of Maul. I think... It's between Wind Shear and Maul. I'm going to go with Maul, just because why not? We already played a lot of casters, so we're going to go like Caster Bear or something. See how this works on these guys. There should be, yeah, there's a handful of wolves over here. Wheeze Bear! Oh, yeah, the downgrade animation is a bit off. Hey, Dong, how's it going? And hi, Incarnation. DV. Everybody. We backhand you all! It does have an AoE to it. I am noticing that we're hitting more than one target at the time. So it is kind of like a sweeping maul, as opposed to just like a single target one, so that's going to be kind of handy. As we melt it away. How are we looking on money? Not too great. But we get to go ahead and find a dude to talk to.
Everywhere. Fangs in the dark. Ah! He bit me!
He bit me, yes, of course.
He's a wild one.
Because you guys are trying to, like, poison him.
What's it to you?
Oswen, hush. I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time.
Hopefully everyone is doing well today as we play furry.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all. Kill us all.
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Oh no, demons!
I'll explain.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
There is evil staring in the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside.
Hey, Mocha.
Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
Yes, he is quite a furry bear. Whenever he's furry whenever he's not a bear. Although he is our largest character,
Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
So the
evil stirring in those ruins is an affront.
We're going to go ahead and skip that. So the like trailer scene we're about to be seeing in a little bit is going to be even more hilarious. But we got another level up, so we get to look at these skills now. So we've got Shred, which is Werewolf. We've got Landslide. We've also got Pulverize, shapeshift into a werebear and slam the ground, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. Damage reduction while in werebear form. That would actually be kind of handy. So we could just become Tank. Tank Bear. Okay, so we can increase the range and radius, or we can cause a knockdown. Bob is quite the furry bear. Bob is the builder. Overpower every 10 seconds while you remain healthy. And that overpower, by the way, is just another crit, for those of you that are curious. It's not anything special. When they are overpowered with Pulverize, I don't know the exact mechanics on it, though. Deal bonus damage based on the sum of your life and fortified life. So yeah, the more life you have, the more damage you do with the overpowered. Enemies with Pulverize are okay. Then when we get down here, we start seeing more elemental stuff. I think we're just going to go all werebear skills, just because we're that way. And that's all wolf stuff, I think. No core skills cost 5% more spirit, but deal increased damage. I think we're going to go with... Kind of want to go this form. But I think we want to just do the bear. Straight bear, bear there. And then... Oh, we actually... This is our summoning one. We don't get a bear friend. We can get wolves. We can get ravens. I think that just keeps a raven above us. Enemies inside the swarm of ravens, when it's activated, become vulnerable for 3 seconds. We can get up to 3 ravens. Vine Creeper doesn't seem periodically emerges from the ground every 7 seconds and applies poison damage. Your third is elemental spells are underwhelming. I haven't tried them yet. We just started on them. Yeah, Druid is a jack of all trades. He has casting stuff. Ooh, Hurricane's very tempting. Rabies is Werewolf, and we have Trample. Charge Forward. So that is a mobility skill. That's a good thing. I think that's our first mobility skill, isn't it? Yeah. We're just going straight werebear now. We can swap it out later. We can try out other things. But I'm going to bears. Bear on bear violence. You got to time the like big smash with the violence. Don't know why I find that entertaining. His attack speed is not terrible. We can't do a ton of those in a row, but that could work. That could be just fine. So we've got that at level 1. Next Pulverize will overpower every 10 seconds while you remain healthy. Like once every 10 seconds, we'll be able to Pulverize with overpower. Okay, so that's just basically guaranteed crit on it. And as we get more overpowered damage, that will become stronger. So we don't want to like... Oh, I just walked right out of the place. So we don't want to just push it too hard. So we want to be swinging our normal maul at things and then every 10 seconds, slam. For that extra bit of damage. And that'll actually keep our energy up as well, so I don't have to worry about too much in the way of other stuff either. Nice. So that's kind of like our boss slam, I'm thinking, maybe? Kind of wish I would have taken the time to level this guy up for the Ashava thing, but I didn't have the energy in time. I have reviews I need to do. I have videos I actually still need to write.
Demons.
That is such a powerful just splash skill. I love it. And yes, we are going through here for more XP. This is the wrong way. This is the back door. It's just, we should be going right if we want to. Like, progress. Yeah, that does decent, just AoE, smack the shit out of everything damage. I don't know what summon, if any, I'm going to go for. If we do, it's just going to be wolves to help us out. Because they're going to be probably the best bet. I need to... Oh, why can't I not... There it goes. The overpower must have like a duration on it or something. Because that time, the counter to go up does not start until a little bit later. Yeah, we'll go with that. Stun effect. So one more level and we can just go even further into this. I think we will keep putting points into this, or we'll start gathering some of these other ones like damage reduction in werebear form. Do need to get the gears, which we won't get until we get to town. I can salvage some, I can craft some, that kind of stuff, but... Oh, we got kill 30 stun enemies with what? Overthrown. With overpowered attacks. Cool. That was easy enough. Too bad we don't get to keep those achievements into the final game. But it is what it is. And no, I don't plan to keep pushing to the very last minute tomorrow whenever the servers go down. We will keep these because we actually want that look. I don't know if we can keep it or not. If we don't keep them. So the first boss shouldn't be too big of an issue. It's going to be kind of like how we were with Barb, where it was just like, okay, we're doing this with melee. It's fine. I do love just how quickly that eviscerates everything. Now, from my understanding, at least from the description I was given, crit is supposed to kind of exemplify the hitting a precise location for a lot of damage, finding the weak spot kind of thing, whereas overpower is meant you're just slamming the living crap out of them in the form of basically going with a hammer to the skull kind of situation. So we can probably be fine with that. Oh, we got a new loaf of bread. And it is more damage per second. Okay, so that is a damage per second source. So packing our loaves of bread seems like not a terrible idea. Too bad other classes can't use the totems, I don't think. You can find items for other classes, it's just exceptionally uncommon. Okay, there's some more just... There's a shaman. I don't know what the video stuttering is about. My video card is still only at 40% utilization. It's probably some kind of like, we're using the high texture stuff for random reasons again. Because it was doing that for a while. Okay. Into the depths we go. I'm slightly tempted to try out the elemental stuff just for the...
I need more spirit.
Just for the experience of using it. We'll probably do that kind of as we get further in. I just saw a bear and I'm going to beat a bear. Heavy boots. Better than our boots. Hey, get back here. I am getting more item drops this time, but I'm also opening more chests, so that's probably part of it. And this character, if we get level 3 on the, like, world thingy... I'm trying to think. I think it's... Let's see. Not that. There is like a scene a thing in here that you can do to like show your exploration percent and stuff like that. Nothing in there, damn. Okay, time for the boss. Not too scared by him. We've beaten him several times before. And you may randomly hear a dog barking in the background. It's fine. Nothing's going on.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, so there's our first potion drop. Grab those. Yeah, melee against bosses, a lot less effective.
I must wait a moment.
Okay, let those spawn out. Rah. Oh, he's fortified. Okay, get away from him. Oh, we're getting fortified from that. That's fine. Go into your little, like, summony mode, buddy. You're so much more pleasing whenever you're in that mode. There you go. .60 frame cap, and this performance setting seems to help a little. I already have frame caps. No, my video card should be able to handle this just fine. It's just the game is not cooperating entirely. Okay, so Determined Club versus Brutal 2 Why is this just... It's more damage this, and then just having that. That's so ridiculous. Two-handed weapons are supposed to be stronger at the cost of defense. But apparently, just the totem just boosts our damage as well. So, 59 overall damage. There we go. Sorry, YouTube caught one of your messages. Thought that seemed very odd out of context because it only showed like your second message. There's some weird shit going on with the game and stuttering and frame drops. Yeah, that's just Blizzard optimization. They used to be really good at it, but
The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent. Oh, I'm so sorry. We haven't any coin to offer. But we have hot stew, good company, and...
Stay for a pint.
just don't play this with a 3080 Ti.
We'd be honored if you'd join us.
To our savior.
What are we, like 7 foot tall? We are seriously Hagrid. Well, it's not something that's super easy to fix. Because you're dealing with like hundreds of different types of video cards. And I'm not just talking like different numbers and stuff on them, but I'm talking like actual, like, you have Gigabyte, MSI, all these other ones that are all slightly different and can have different problems. I am noticing this instance, it's having a lot more stuttering than it did the last few days. Because we've played through all the other classes. Got several of them to 25, but this is more stuttery than those were. Our feet are literally dragging through the ground. Why they didn't pull us further up onto the cart, I don't know. And also, this scene looks a lot darker than it did.
Thy mother's body. So, shall you witness her glory before you die?
Like, this is a lot darker than it was when we went through with the Necromancer. Because we were able to see a lot more in here.
Not ready yet. Huh?
Well,
They're coming. The whole damn
I
village.
think it changed my video settings
Get up.
between yesterday and today.
Get up! We have to fight our way out. There! Take them! May the light preserve us.
Because we were able to see a lot more in that before.
Souls,
Like, it was
all of
closer
you.
to this. That, yeah, I have... Here, let's go check our video options. Sharpen image is fine. Font scale cursor, blah, blah, blah. I lowered the texture quality. That's not going to really help very much. That lowers the... It's still eating up 12 gigs, whether I have it on medium or high. Better quality. Yeah, it shouldn't have any issues with it. Yeah, that was strange that it was so dark. Could also just be night, actually night in game, and lowering the video like brightness, because there is a day-night cycle,
Light willing.
and that could influence. And I know that there's some bugs with a few cutscenes with that. It's just that this, you're always going to be
Those
UC
heretics
night.
drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and... What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
They must have fed them to me.
A blasphemous ritual. How did they learn this? Perhaps the answer lies in the chapel. They kept it locked up for a reason. The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
I actually don't like hyper sharpen. We could show it off real quick. The reason why, because I actually know how sharpening works. But yeah, we'll throw it up there. Let's throw it to 100. What sharpening is doing is it's increasing the like contrast at the edge of just various things, and that's going to bump it up to be kind of like this grainy kind of, you can sort of see it further out, but up close is just like really harsh. I keep it down low because I really am not a huge fan of that kind of harsh contrast at the edge of things. I'd rather have highlights. But this also hides, like having it down lower also hides a lot of the problems.
Only fire can cleanse the darkness in this place.
See if this one's dark too.
Like the ones I was fed.
I will prepare the torch.
Is this real?
Because this is rendered in engine. Even though it does this transition, they should have had these just be pre-rendered, but they are rendered in engine, which is very strange to me. Why they would do that. Watch eye colors of characters.
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity.
It ends in a little bit under 25 hours,
You
Adam.
gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be
Oh, the
beautiful
yellow was the reflection of her.
in
Okay.
sin.
Resist! Resist her
I like the
temptation.
smile that the lady gets on her face in this one. It's creepy. It's great.
Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
That just crazy, just face.
They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
Though weirdly,
came
the
to
vibe that I'm
thank
getting
the
from
light.
her, yeah, there we go. Weirdly, the vibe I get from Lilith is not necessarily that she's like the big bad, so much as, well, she is the big bad, but so much that she is trying to become the prime evil of Sanctuary. It's her place that she created. She's wanting this to be like her throne, kind of like how Diablo was over hell and stuff like that. So I think that might be kind of the vibe they're going for with it. For some reason, it gives me that energy about it. That does not increase our damage much. You described this game to your cousins as Diablo 3 realizing it loves fanfics of Hellraiser and Event Horizon while having a fever dream of Book of Revelations. I mean, to an extent. Why is the damage percent on all of these so freaking low? Because we had skills for the Necro that were like 100 and something %. And yeah, she doesn't want the primes or the heavens to come. That's at least the vibe that I'm getting from it. It's just speculation at this point. But okay, do we want to try out? Here, let's go ahead and refund all. I will do a little bit of elemental here early on, but I am going bear in the long run. Let's go with Piercing Blade of Wind, chance to make vulnerable, and movement speed. Then we will go with Lightning Storm. Or do we go with landslide? That seems like it's going to be slightly better. It does more damage. Gain a Terra Mote. Each enemy hit by landslide consumes a Terra Mote, causing guaranteed critical strike. Or, when you strike an immobilized or stunned enemy with landslide, does this actually have a chance to stun? Yes, it does. We'll go Earth first. He's betrayed Sanctuary already. Yep, we're probably going to have to fight them both, just as a thought. There we go. Now we're an Earth Mage for a little while.
You collapsed inside.
Okay, so now we have to go northeast to proceed with the quest. We won't really get control of a lot of stuff for our character until we get to town. Bear Caster, I think you could do at higher level, but we don't stay shapeshifted. We only stay shapeshifted for a very short period of time. But I will mess with these while we have like free respecs and stuff, kind of see what they're like. Yeah, this is a lot less damage than we were doing as Bear, but we are ranged. So that it's kind of like a little bit of good A, good bad B. So this doesn't actually feel that bad as a skill. It's not visually impressive. It looks like we were just like pooping dirt out at them. And the like claw thing out of the ground does more damage. Where's that one? There he is. Doink. So that's not terrible damage. I mean, it's no worse than our bear form. More damage per second, yes. Even more damage per second, yes. Wonder how D3 plot elements such as the Nephilim will fit into the D4 narrative. I don't know how the characters specifically will. I wouldn't be surprised if the pale character is the stand-in for the Nephilim, though. That actually wouldn't surprise me in the least. That's slightly more damage per second. It's 30 years after the events of D3, and Nephilim get weaker and weaker, running out of time. I don't know the exact timeline for it. I have not been like that invested in the side lore of Diablo 4. I find that the more I get invested into that kind of like side lore kind of stuff, the less I'm able to take the game on its own merit, which is a problem, because if you think about it, most people do just play the game for its like own, just because it's a game they want to enjoy, not because they're trying to get the entire lore of the entire world or because of these other things. It's because they just want to enjoy the game and do fun things in it. And that is a funny looking helmet. That is, I am of the era Shari, I swear. The white guy is Rothman's brother. He's Rudy. Oh, hopefully it's not Giuliani. They're both undead. And undying ghouls. Okay, before this cutscene, since we look like Technicolor Dreamcoat, I am going to change my character's outfit. Mainly because we look ridiculous. There. Now we still look ridiculous, but slightly
Is anyone
less.
here? What are you
We're
hiding back
matching
here?
ridiculous.
Short fangs. Young.
Let's see. Nephilim only got weaker as a result of the world, so I'm draining their power. Very likely. I don't remember the exact lore behind it. I would have to go dig up my old notes. But yeah, I do think the Pale guy is somehow tied to the Nephilim. But how am I liking Druid so far? Kind of underpowered so far, but
If
not
you're
bad.
going to trespass into my home, rifle through my things, then at least have the decency to join me for supper. I'm bloody hungry.
That's quite the story.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is. Why did I have that vision?
Thank those friendly villagers. They gave you the blood of Lilith.
The blood of a demon.
Not just any demon. The daughter of hatred. The mother of sanctuary. She was banished ages ago. But this world is her creation. It was prophesied she would come back.
What does she want?
That's the question. Sanctuary has always been trapped amid the eternal conflict. A war between angels and demons. But Lilith serves neither side. She has her own plans for us.
And me? Am I corrupted?
Not sure yet. But you two share a connection. What will you do about it?
Use it. Find out what she's after.
Good. Then we're in this together. Rest while you can. Then we'll start in Kiovashad. If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
Yeah, we were playing with the Bear Slam at first. I decided to give the elemental stuff a try before we lose free respecs. But, yeah. As far as the Druid model, bit weird guessing your Little Red Riding Hood plan. We'll have to switch into playing Grandma or Mama Bear. Probably Mama Bear.
This close to the city.
Because the models for the
Let's see
Druid
what's
are
spreading.
bulky. Like, even compared to the Barbarian, they're bulky. I think the Druid will feel a bit better whenever you start getting better gear, but the percents on his skills feel kind of bad. At least to me. I thought we had better boots. Guess we do not. I'm putting our Technicolor Dreamboat appearance back on. And that works. I'm not going to bother with doing all the Lilith statues on this character again. We already did them on another character, which gives our boost to everybody. So, like, I keep pressing the wrong button. Character there. Yeah, I think we already have the boost from Lilith on these. Or if you can somehow get cold damage, we can use Druid as Santa Claus? Possibly. I think we can get cold damage. We have Hurricane. It just deals straight damage. Never mind. And it has a 20-second cooldown and it lasts for 8 seconds. Hopefully there's a way to extend the length of that so you can actually have Hurricane up a long time. I'm doing right. How you doing, Overdrive?
I'm out of spirit.
Out of spirit. Oh no, whatever will I do besides just drop rocks on people? After you get up to the statue, I'll switch over to, like, say, lightning or something like that. Just so we can get a feel for each of them. This does have, like, nice stun effect. It's not going to be good versus bosses because you have to go through the entire stagger bar to get them. Okay, so next skill, let's go ahead and refund all again. And we will try out the lightning one, I think, or do we want to try out the wind shear? I think we'll do wind first. Vulnerable and movement speed. We will go for the tornado or the lightning. We haven't tried the werewolf yet either. This one feels like it's going to be basically fury, if I had to guess. Extra tornado. Slowed by 8% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 40%. That's actually kind of nice. We'll go with the primal tornado. Slow them down, and we'll get them vulnerable eventually.
The angel in Arius. I'm sure you've heard the Cathedral of Light babbling about their Holy Father. Well, he's real. An angel walks among us. And when he learns that Lilith is here, blood will flow. They are ancient enemies. They'll drag the whole damn world into their feud unless we can stop it. Let's not linger. Kiyovershad lies just ahead.
We'll do lightning probably, like, we'll be heading east and then north. We'll do tornado heading east. We'll do lightning heading north. Vulnerable status, especially whenever you have crits and stuff like that stacking on top of it. Yeah, it's very nice.
To enter the city, you must
We have no
first...
time for this.
I cannot do that here.
Take a piece of
I do want to
holy
see the
steel
attack
from
pattern
the
on these
shrine
real quick.
and inscribe it with this.
That is not what the little graphic made me think it would be. I thought it would be like a whoosh, not more like a Guile Sonic Boom, not a I am shooting a fart at people. You tried a few setups with Rogue and Source? Yeah, vulnerable is important and actually really handy against act bosses. So which ones of these have we done? We have not done fear. We've done anger, we've done pride, we've done greed, and we've done the nothing. Yeah, so we'll do fear on this one. And we'll see what he says about fear, because that'll give us all 5 of his things.
Good. You must feel as though a great... Well,
Doesn't make me feel powerful. Some of the Necro ones actually looked really cool. Some of the Sorceress ones look really cool, the like low-level ones, although not a lot of them.
So, what did you write on that piece of wood? I'm off to the dry steppes in search of that pale man from your vision. I must know what part he plays in all this. But first, I need you to retrieve something of mine while I finish.
Yeah,
Tattoos, sway back.
I don't want to listen to him
Cloudy eyes.
ranting about the damn horse.
This
But he was
thing is
talking about both things at the same time. You could sort of hear him in the background. And there is some, like, overlap in the weaponry. Okay, let's see what kind of look we want. Got all the hornies. For when you want to stab yourself in the neck randomly by looking down. I think we'll go with just like the most ridiculous. We'll go with the moose horns. Oh, what do we want? How ridiculous do we want to look? Well, yeah, we'll be shirtless in the winter. Why not? The pale man is the mystery, yeah. For now, once we get the full game, we'll probably understand what he is once we get to the full game. Yeah, of course. No pants. How pantsless do we want to look? Actually, that one... Which one had bare legs? That one? Yeah, that one had bare legs. We're just going full on, just strange looking. And we can also be shoeless. Yes! No, we want the ridiculous hat. I think we want to go green, because we haven't gone green on anybody yet. Although that green is very pale. Nah, red's better. Kind of digging the story quite a bit during your second playthrough, though, as the source. Yeah, the storyline is not terrible. It works for what it is. And yeah, we can actually use that. So we just need level 11 to get the Grizzly's Maul. 2 empty sockets in it. And then we can get level 15 to do the gems. What else can we equip at like super low level? I don't see anything else in here that's... Oh, that's fine. That has Shadow Step functionality, but we don't care about it. I think on this character, we're probably just going to sell stuff. We have so much crafting material. You think you're concentrated too much on the rogue character? The rogue is pretty fun. I don't blame you for focusing on it. It's actually like entertaining to play.
Wait. The old man sold me this too. He said he didn't need it anymore, but I think he'd want it back all the same. No charge.
The druid gets antler headdresses, fills the nature mage theme super well. Going tribal. We're even shoeless. I'm appreciating that we're shoeless.
Came apart nicely.
Okay, now to go turn in his little quest, and then we can start heading east with our wind. And then when we start heading north, we'll switch over to lightning. And then we'll probably do werewolf, and then we'll probably end up switching back to werebear at the very end, because werebear is the one that I'm looking forward to looking at the skills. Definitely not the D2 druid. Yeah, definitely not the D2 druid, although a lot of our skills are very much overlapped on that. This druid will take some time for you to get used to looking at. Why? Is it just because we're shirtless antler man in the middle of winter?
Well, Bozan has yet.
We don't... I mean, we can look more homeless if we want to. I just went with, like, random kind of appearance going on there.
The new militia recruits have been...
Go and get some more XP so we can get another level up here. And cheer him on.
Impressive.
Thanks.
Oh, he's too bulky. Yeah, he does have the power lifter look going on there. That is definitely... Oh, we have to go all the way up there first. He definitely has that, like, I'm trying to be like... Oh, what's his name? I think it's the Beast or something like that. It's one of the power lifters that's got a grudge with the guy who was in Game of Thrones. Can't remember his name. Well, your transmogs are probably the opposite from what I'm doing.
Of darkness.
You're going with actual, like, appropriate ones?
Father's
What?
light can be sought through penitence and faith. Walk in the light.
Okay. Think you can see that through the clan menu? Possibly. I don't know if I can see your character unless you're on. Yeah, I can't see your character unless you're on.
We must be ever vigilant against sin, brother.
Yes, Reverend Mother.
Let the light of Inarius burn away wickedness. Let not temptation lead you from his holy radiance. Let righteousness sear away corruption and sin. Cast out thy darkness, for only... Here, take the knight's report before you go.
Somehow you prefer fully clothed characters? We're clothed. We got pants, and we got gloves on. The druid build is also resembles how primitive cultures depicted nature deities, possibly. But yeah, the mountain is the one the guy has a grudge against. This guy reminds me of...
I received a report of a potential demon.
I think he goes by the Beast. But he has like a real life grudge against the guy because the mountain, the guy who played the mountain accused him of like cheating or something like that. Okay, so cyclone armor, no. Granting 20% non-physical damage reduction, and oh, they knock enemies back and deal damage. Sure, we'll be Farty McGee. Our movement tech is freaking not until way later. How the other angels feel about Nereus? I mean, he hasn't been invited to any of the like family gatherings or anything like that. So, family reunions? No family reunions for him. We actually get strong-looking characters as opposed to lean, bulging muscles bodybuilder. Yeah, I appreciate that as well. But they should have, I think, and if we can go into the inventory here. He's a little bit like saggy right there for a bodybuilder. They should have given him a little bit more definition there and in the arms, like the upper arms. His lower arms are fine actually, and his legs are fine. It's just right there, it should have been a little bit more defined. And you would have had the bodybuilder look, as well as a little bit more definition on the abs. You'd have the bulked up bodybuilder thing rather than the lean, I'm trying to be on a muscle magazine guy. He's a little saggy. Okay, so that seems to actually bring... Oh, this is just automatic or something, or what? No, that casts out. Oh, so it's got a passive thing on it while it's just equipped. Okay, so it's like the summons. Okay. Okay, this isn't bad damage. When I was hearing people complain about the damage of the elemental druids, I was expecting it to be like awful, but no, this isn't unplayable or anything. Definitely not sorcerer levels, but it's not terrible. The female druid, I don't think does. I can check real quick. Once we get to the next waypoint, I can go check. Just remind me whenever we get to the town down here. And this is an event. Do I want to bother protecting them? Probably not. You guys can suffer and die. Don't hate the druid. I don't hate it so far. It feels better than the barbarian to me, that's for sure.
I do not have enough spirit.
It does not feel as good as the sorceress. But that's probably because we have really crap gear and we played the sorceress for a ton of time. For me, it was just instant in, but I've weirdly enough dodged Hughes. She's bulky. Yeah, I can get in just a minute. We're not far from a waypoint. We found another druid. Congratulations. Okay, that's that's literally a town there. Go get that one. So yeah, it's left through here.
I do not have enough spirit.
Yeah, female barb is a bodybuilder as well. Bugs related to spirit generation for druids wouldn't surprise me. There's probably a number of bugs in the game, but it feels like it doesn't have it just doesn't have a passive gen. So you have to like attack with it to actually get it. That's at least this one doesn't deplenish. Like, sorry, that's the wrong word. Deplete. There we go. Deplete, replenish. Yeah. At least it doesn't deplete over time, I don't think. It doesn't feel like it is, at least. All the classes have more or less the same silhouette, regardless of what gender you pick. Early Counts Blizzard said they wanted each class to have a very distinctive silhouette. I would say that the silhouettes of the characters in this are fairly distinctive. The Barbarian and the Druid are kind of hard to tell apart whenever they're fully geared up, because everybody's going for the fur look. After a while, they stopped passively attacking. No! Report that bug, definitely, like 100%. Okay, so we got that waypoint. Let's go ahead and we will look and see what the female druid looks like real quick, since we're in. Create new character, druid. Yeah, the female druid is bulky. She's built like a bodybuilder as well. Actually, she looks like somebody I know who does professional weightlifting. The Barbarian one is more like, I'm trying to be in a muscle show. Like Muscle Magazine kind of look. These three right here are going to be a little bit harder to... So you sort of have like two categories. These are your lean and meads. Then you have your two bulkies. Yeah, they are closely related lore-wise. Show me where the report bug thing went. Go ahead and leave game. I think it's actually over here on the... Yeah. We can click that probably, and yeah, questions, feedback, bug report, you put them on the forum. I don't think there's an actual like fill-in thing on here, at least I haven't used one. Okay. Yeah, it's just go to the forums and post it is pretty much what it says.
Do you see now, Lakthan? Enough is enough.
Those were local.
Oh, and when we get back into the game, our spirit is back up to 100%. Maybe it is supposed to passively regen, it just doesn't.
Yes.
And yes, I am skipping all their dialogues. Okay, do we have any better stuff? We got better pants. Last weekend there was just a button to do it in the escape menu. No idea why they removed it. Probably to avoid just the sheer onslaught of information.
Why?
Because the forums, at least, it's easier to organize. I wager their back end for bug reports is absolutely atrocious because they probably don't invest much money into it.
Trouble me.
Because it's not a money maker,
hoping.
which is stupid, but that's how a lot of businesses work, sadly.
At the camp just before the pass. We should search there.
Okay, let's refund them all. We'll try lightning now. So, storm, mobilize all enemies. And we will go for the vulnerable. We're going to go for lightning storm. That's that. And we'll do an additional lightning strike. And we don't have a lightning one here. We have Earth, Cyclone, Bloody Howl, and Debilitating Roar. I think we'll go just for Debilitating Roar, just as something to do there. And yes, I know if I want these to be really strong, I should be investing a lot of points in 1 or 2 skills and blah, blah, blah. I want to try out the skills because they look like they're going to be fun. That's just what it is. Okay, off we go to the actual quest.
I knew he was desperate.
And we could do this side quest along the way with our lightning. That'll give us more time to actually try out the different elements.
Light. This is horrible. Do you see any clues?
We already clicked on the clues. I forget which one I have to click on to get it to advance. There we go.
I want to believe it. But
we have to wait for him to talk first.
Before. On unsavory types who sometimes met with Perithan. It seems.
Okay, his thing I think is either there or there. It's in one of these little corners.
So far from the light.
I do not have enough spirit.
Yeah, I don't like these skills that just like require just standing still forever. Those don't make me happy. Cyclone is lightning and the only passive defensive. Yeah. There's also legendary which gives it physical reduction as well. Ooh, that would be nice. Basically bone armor for the Necro.
I do not have enough spirit.
You see, we have to just stand here and just take it, and that uses up so much damn spirit, it just doesn't feel good. It's the same issue with the sorceress's, like, Inferno equivalent. I'm forgetting what it's called. It's her laser thing. It just doesn't feel as good because it just doesn't give you near as much damage as it should for making you A, stand still, and drain all your energy. Yeah, I really don't like this one. This needs more damage. There's probably something that makes it useful or that you can move around with it, but ugh. Okay, and the last one we wanted to try was Wolf, I think? Yeah, Claw. We'll go with increased attack speed. And poison damage. With... Where's the one here for it? This. Shred. And heals for 2% or max my life and enemy struck. And additional poisoning damage. Oh, also perform a dash. Then we will go over here and get Blood Howl. And kills reduce the cooldown, and then we can also generate spirit with it or increase your attack speed. There's also another legendary which gives it to allies, which includes companions, but you didn't find that one. I haven't even found the Necro one I wanted, sadly. Werewolf. Oh, that guy's gone. Yeah, the quest that we have here is, I think, in one of these little corners. We're basically looking for a dungeon in here. My goal is to try out the different skills, though.
This must be it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah, that gives us a bit more mobility. I like that one. The Bob Hound. Yeah, this is the dungeon that we have to clear for this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and clear it. We're not too concerned about doing the story with this guy. We've done the story 4 times already. Fine. We just want to try out the character. This guy seems like he wouldn't be terrible at doing a Shava if you were in the shapeshifting forms and had actual proper weapons.
Foul deeds no longer. Light, grant me the strength to bring your justice upon my own blood.
I do not have enough spirit.
It's just like the barbarian has this issue as well, where it's just like you just really don't do enough damage. Yeah, the blood mist corpse explosion is the one that I wanted. Just gamble for gloves, the cheapest item that can spawn it. Ah, got it in like 30 tries. I have been gambling. I should gamble more. Oh, that guy can knock me down? What? I don't think I ever noticed that before. So we have the ability to heal without ever actually using our little thingamabobbers, so that's going to be semi-handy, and it's not exactly a terribly long cooldown compared to other healing options. Yeah, I'm torn as to whether I prefer the bear or the werewolf for this. Definitely prefer it over the casting stuff so far. The earth one is okay. And we need to unlock our door. Open the door! And yes, we are going to get poisoned by that guy. I actually really do feel like Spirit should be recharging, but it doesn't. Okay, Strider Shoes, not better. Yeah, we just don't have better weapons yet. Here's the bears. We were doing the bear earlier. I want to try all of them. We are covered in blood. Doesn't show it in there, but yeah, down here, I do find it interesting. After a while, it just kind of like fades off of us. Like if you haven't fought for a while, you're no longer bloodied. So let's go ahead and open the door. And do this quest. So we do have a fight in here. Might be our death. Like, might be our first death with this character. I don't feel like we are really set up for boss killing at the moment. You earned the challenge of Vampire Slayer currently. Congratulations. I think I might have gotten that one already. I'm not sure. But it does put up little announcements that people got achievements, which is kind of cool.
I do not have enough spirit.
Yeah, spirit definitely needs some kind of like passive regen. Or our skills need to do a lot more percent damage. Because right now we do, let's see. These things have like, where is it? 25, 35, and it's like the third attack does 60%. This one's 22%. It's just like minuscule amounts compared to other classes. And I know we probably can get stronger weapons in the long run because we get mauls and stuff like that. But still.
I'm not ready yet. I do not have enough spirit.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not as bad as people were saying. This definitely feels better than the Barbarian. I don't get why people were so upset about this one. Yeah, we're Poison Wolfie. We're a Rabies Wolf. That is our goal in life, to be Rabies. Okay. Got another skill point. Do we go for generates? Yeah, we'll go for generate spirit. Because we don't have a passive generation of it. So using this is going to be like a way for us to keep using our other skill. I still think Wolf might be the best of the ones that we've tried so far, simply because he has the better AoE. It's just one big slam, and he's able to immediately move on to something else. So this is going to be a boss fight.
Perifan, damn it, where are you?
Perifan. Oh, nice traps there, buddy.
I do not have enough spirit.
Dodge your little blood things.
I'm not ready yet.
So many traps. Holy crap, Outlaw. And I can't do anything in that little shadow that is just not despawning. Great. Thank you. Can I
I'm not
thank
ready
you.
yet.
Yeah, his little like things on the ground are not despawning, so I can't go up and touch him. Here, come over here, you son of a bitch.
I do not have enough spirit.
Let's see. Of all the companions, the Poison Vine felt the best when activated. Probably. I might go with that one. Did they finally make the Poison Creeper not garbage? Hopefully. Since it scales directly with your damage, have a strong two-handed weapon proc it on pack of mobs and let they all stand rooted and die to it since cast. I always liked the idea of it in D2. I was disappointed how useless it was. Yeah, I really wish they would have done more with the vines in D2 as well. And better helmet. Right now, we just have, like, garbage that we equip. Okay, so we got more side quest stuff. Woo. We can do that. Leave the dungeons. And proceed with the main quest, I guess. I still think Bear is my favorite so far. Better AoE. This actually has better vulnerability procs, so I wager at like high end this might be better. But for this, not as much. And so we're going back to bear. Fortify is fine. We'll do the... Let's do range and radius. And then we'll do pulverize here. And stun. So we have we don't have knockdown. But we could get it. Knockdown and stun. Seems like a nice little combo to keep enemies locked down. The howl reduces the damage they deal. That fortifies, slows enemies, or does that. We'll do that. So now we have the ability to... What did I click on there? Roar! We have a war cry!
I'm low on spirit.
But yeah, this lack of spirit regen is a thing. I don't see anybody in there, so I'm not going to do it. And honestly, I'm happy with the bear druid. Especially since you can kind of get a tempo going. With just like slash, slash, slash for 10 seconds and then immediately drop the big slam. And you have the ability to reduce the damage enemies do by a significant amount. But only for 4 seconds. It's like right at the start of an engagement, you give yourself a pretty big advantage. So how long does it take for it to start regenerating after doing it? Yeah, this is buggy. Oh, it's while we remain healthy. So we have to be up there and it'll charge up. Okay, I see what's up with that. Ooh, teleporty. So it's only while healthy that we get that. So that's our opener, I guess.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm low on spirit.
I wish I had a little bit more in the way of some kind of like life leech on this setup. Do we get a hunger eventually? I think we might. You got trample, rabies. You actually have rabies. Hurricane, grizzly rage, cataclysm. It doesn't seem like we have any kind of life leech just by default. Might be able to get it through other things. But they definitely need some way to let you do life recovery that's not just potions. Or that lets you spawn more of these. The Necro has some that lets him spawn pseudo-orbs. Which is fine by me.
What do you need?
Brava sent me. I am looking for Vigo.
You and that.
Okay, let's go find Vigo. Now we're getting XP from this. I should probably grab the potions and stuff to get XP, but
I do not have enough spirit.
yeah, passive spirit gen would be nice. I don't know if you can even actually trade those, but no, it's fine. We're almost out of the beta anyway. I'll be getting them. That's going to be one of the things I'm aiming for in the full release. Is I'm planning on getting that. I'm going to be focusing hard on Necro. So that only comes up whenever you have... It's so weird. I wish I could look at that thing easily. Could have sworn it was W to bring it up. Yeah, it is W to bring it up. Region progress. I don't think the wolf can leech. At least not by default. That's Blood Howl. Shred does poison or critical strike. This does poison damage or a chance to attack twice. We have some wolves there, that's a thing. Companions deal 10% bonus damage. Yeah, that's summons. That's just some earth boosts. When in werebar form, you receive healing from all sources. Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of like leech effect. And there's Petrify and stuff. Defiance. Defensive posture. I mean, we can get Fortify and stuff. That doesn't give us life. Werewolf become immune. Quickly dash, blah, blah, blah. There's a bit of a leech there whenever it does a critical strike, though. But that's only on critical strikes. We have the ability to get it set up so if we toggle between bear and wolf, we can actually get some interesting effects there. Earth Sign Strength, Bestial Rampage. Deals increased damage. And those are the elemental ones. No, this is a lot simpler than the FFX Sphere Grid. Let me kill this guy and then I'll zoom out on it. The way it works is basically, let's stand in the river here. There's a spawn that can happen here, but we're not too concerned about it. Come in here, we can expand this all the way out. It's not too complicated. You have your starter skills here, and then you can choose which one you want, and then you can choose modifiers for it. And you just put however many points into the main skill that you want. These are just modify it a little bit. It's really kind of simple on that one. Healing is a shred core talent and in ultimates. Anyway. We have these core skills. Everyone has basic. Basic goes through those. We have core skills, which is basically your first mana cost things. These are your normal attacks. These are your mana cost ones. And then you can choose one of 5 skills there, and then what you want to modify on it. Choose more than one, but you don't want to. Then you get into your like class-specific skills. They're basically the same thing. It's just like you have a very few skills to choose from, a handful of passives, and modifiers. There's not a lot of variety. Yeah, it looks a lot more mass zoomed in. Yeah, the PoE skill. I hate call. It's not a skill tree. It's passive tree. It's literally your stat boosts with an occasional, hey, here's something special. It's not skills. Skills are the things you stick in your freaking equipment. But yeah, the passive tree in PoE is garbage. I hate it. Some people are going to be mad at me for saying that,
More
but
strangers in the camp.
everything else in PoE is fine. There's just too much of it. It's too many toppings on one thinly crusted pizza. And yeah, we're going to skip this cutscene.
She did.
But this is kind of like extremely, extremely simplified version of Last Epoch's thing. Last Epoch... sorry. Last Epoch, you'd actually select a skill, and then you have a tree of how you actually can advance the skill with like 15 different things on it. So it's not overwhelming, but you actually choose your base skill, and then you can have a lot of fun advancing that one skill. So there's a lot more diversity in Last Epoch than this. Okay, 40. We don't actually have an offhand on us. Okay.
The damn hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot.
Yeah, I've been trying to spread that phrasing of how PoE is on Reddit and stuff like that as well. So if you see me posting it on there, know that that's what I'm mentioning.
Girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass
But yeah,
through.
Last Epoch I think is my favorite skill system so far in a game. I do like how the materia style skills are in Path of Exile, but all the other fluff in the game makes it kind of impossible to engage with properly for me. So whenever we do our playthrough of Path of Exile, I'm going to be keeping it simple. I'm going to probably choose Summoner or something like that and just run away from things. I don't know if that still works. Probably doesn't, because everything's one shot or be one shot in it. I don't like
maybe
anything after Act 5 in Path of Exile.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No. I'm going on.
Beams are too damn old. Shaking like leaves.
Oh, we might actually have a better weapon now. Sweet. Okay. The beams! They're shaking! Oh no! I have an axe. I forget what our special is. I don't think we get that until much later. These are non-physical resistance. You gain 5% damage reduction after using a defensive skill. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Go with that. You're playing a summoner on PoE right now? Sweet. I will be very bad at PoE, just as a heads up. I played about 500 hours of it, but most of that was back whenever there was a reasonable number of other things in the game, not what it is now, and before Fall of Oriath, basically. They're like, we're no longer using difficulty settings. We're going to have it be a 16-hour campaign if it's your first playthrough. Or if you actually don't just have where everything is that's worthwhile memorized. Oh, increased health. Yuck. Yeah, the actual boss here has less life than his minions. Which is frustrating as hell. That is a one-handed weapon. We can't use the Targe. Because I think, yeah, that's Necromancer only using the Paladin named shields. Yay. Yeah, I was doing Path of Exile back when it was a new thing. I gave it up after they started bloating it to hell, and I'll give this one up after they start bloating it to hell.
What's special about this place anyway? What would
Have I tried Werebear Druid in Last Epoch? No. I have not tried a lot of different builds in Last Epoch. I've done Mage and
nothing comes out. That's all.
The Rogue, I believe is what it's called in that, and I've done the Necromancer. I haven't played through them all the way, just enough to actually, get a taste for the game.
The jam must be deeper down.
But the plan is, after these betas end, I'm going to be streaming Last Epoch first, and then we'll be going into Path of Exile, which I'm dreading, actually. But I want to get it done so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Locked.
Over here. I can squeeze through.
And then we will move on to...
Wait, hold on.
Probably Grim Dawn we'll still have time for in there. But those are both actually really long for action RPGs, so we might do some short ones in between just to kind of mix it up a little bit.
This time.
But I need to beat Path of Exile before Path of Exile 2 comes out. And if I just keep putting it off, I'm never going to do that.
Open that door, girl!
I've got it!
God, this guy's just
That
going
was
everywhere.
Quick thinking.
Sure.
23 damage, yay! Oh, and we got legendary chest armor. What does it have on it? Shapeshifting skill that changes your form. You gain 12 life, yay! Yay! Oh, yes. We can heal just by shapeshifting. So that means I actually want this. What has the shorter cooldown? Let's drop that. We want to be changing form a lot now. So I'm thinking we get rid of this. There we go. So we'll be going wolf into that, and then wolf again, and that'll keep healing us. Path of Exile JSP is actually still active. Pretty surprised. You forgot about that game for years. That doesn't surprise me. Path of Exile, I mean, G2 at GSP has things for, like, pretty much every game they've ever had.
Why would your mother leave you like that?
She wouldn't. Or she shouldn't have.
So now we heal when
sure
we
she had good
shapeshift.
reason.
So shifting back and forth is going to be our kind of go-to.
Damn mine's caving in.
That works for me. I mean, it's not keeping us completely topped up, but that is way better than some of the other options we have. Yeah, shifting back and forth feels like it's going to be my strategy for this character. Just to keep us kind of moving forward as far as, like, the amount of, like, just damage and stuff we deal. And the amount of healing we have. That actually makes it feel slightly better than the Barbarian. Okay, so we have that. We need to be going down into that. Down here. I think we'll go with Wolves. This reduces the cooldown of it. Doesn't do anything else for it, though. This just increases the damage on that. Same for this. I think we go for... Honestly, I don't really like any of these. But... So we'll go just for damage reduction. Works for me. And that's just a nice little mid-battle heal. It is worth noting that it's not going to do a lot in the long run because it is a fixed amount, if I remember correctly. Form gains 12 life. Yeah, we can gain that as Fortify. And we are going to be running low on our energy thing pretty much the entire time during this. Why can't you kill things back here, friend?
I'm not dying here.
I do wish this scaled a little bit more. Like, if it was a percent or something, like 1% of your life, it would be fine.
Over there. An opening.
Go!
But as it stands, 15 life is not going to matter later on, because we're going to be talking thousands of life. We already are getting up into, like, hundreds already. Like, multi-hundreds. Like, right now, we have 105. That's nothing. our sorceress got up to over 500. And I guarantee you, like, barbarian and druid are going to get over 1,000. So we'll have to be shape-shifting super quickly. This doesn't increase in pool unless you use specific skills for it. So for this one, and yeah, we have one dash. we're not exactly mobile. This and the necromancer are very immobile for some reason.
At last, I'll ride out.
Okay, so we need to speak with Olesa.
What happened?
Which I think is the guy in here. No. Just need to speak with Vigo. I don't know why I was reading the side quests. Druid. Not the worst thing ever. Definitely feels a bit better than Barbarian. Kind of even lower damage, though, weirdly enough.
The escort. They're all dead.
I hate this guy's voice acting, so we're going to skip it.
Over there.
Once it lets me.
A woman.
Yeah, his voice acting bothers me. We're not doing it.
Lilith can't be too far.
What is this?
And we have to wait for them to catch up. Before we can read the catch-up.
How your mind races.
That right there is actually a problem. The exposition dump, not so bad, but the fact that you have to wait for the NPC to catch up is a problem. See, that is how the druid should be looking. But I have a feeling unless we get good gear, that's not how we're going to be looking for long. Because we should be able to just, like, run in, do a, like, big, just raw at the beginning of it to kind of soften everything up, and then we should be getting in there to... But as it stands, I don't think we're going to be doing that for very long. Because we're going to have to keep our gear caught up. And that's one thing I've been struggling with on all the characters. Is like, if I'm just going through, trying to go through the story, I'm not actually getting enough strong gear to keep up with the curve that it wants me on. Because everything in this game is just proportional. It's not even like... Ow. Because, 101 attack power sounds awesome. But it's based on your level. So 101 attack power at level 1 is going to be way, 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 way stronger than 101 attack power at level 10. And 101 attack power at level 15 is going to be anemic. And defense is similar in that it's just like, okay. And decrease our non-physical damage taken. Oh, man. Stuttering. Okay, advancement in this place, we just go down here. The shirtless barb shall be successful.
There.
So, do you guys have a favorite class from the beta so far if you've tried it? I would say mine is Necromancer or Sorceress. Necromancer probably because Necro favor. We wait for her to catch up so we can read that.
So cute.
And more enemies. If our spirit recovered, we could actually continuously do this. And make the flow of battle a lot smoother. The Barbarian's flow of battle is absolutely atrocious because his not only doesn't automatically regen, it automatically depletes. So he can't lean into his like special skills at all. Because most battles you're done with within the first like 4 or 5 hits, and that's enough for you to get like halfway full of rage. You don't scale up as fast as the enemies by level since you're item dependent. Exactly. So it's got the Final Fantasy VIII effect, where the more you level, it actually gets worse as far as that goes. Your least favorite is the druid. You ordered DoorDash, and when it finished the first boss, they were already on the door. Oh, geez. What build were you playing with that? Because I don't know about you, but DoorDash takes like an hour to get stuff here, unfortunately. Like, even if I outside of like maybe like ordering McDonald's or something like that. I say that, and now somebody's going to like pop in here about the argument some guy was trying to start on the D4 Reddit about, oh, it's not as unhealthy as people think, the double down. It is ungodly unhealthy. It's 1,800 milligrams of frickin' sodium. Yes, if I eat out, but it is 100% as unhealthy as you think. Oh, we've got more. Yeah, this is another situation that I mentioned in the review, where the enemies that the boss spawned with are slower to kill than the boss itself. And this chess piece is saving my ass, by the way. Okay, path-wise, I think we'll go this way. But yeah, Barbarian's probably my least favorite so far. I have a feeling I might change that as we get further in and just aren't getting weapons, but we also have a weapon we can use at level 11. So, that's actually fairly strong. So we can tilt that away. I don't think Barbarian or Druid are good first picks for classes for anybody. Play through as another character for a while, get some decent gear that you can just throw onto them, and you're probably a bit more set. They feel like they're going to be second wave characters. So we got that. And yeah, we didn't even have to go through that side path. It's fine. It's free XP. We need level 11 so we can use that hammer. Are we going to beat the story today? Maybe. And I feel like the dash on the druid, I'm using more just to get close to the enemies. Okay, any better weapons? Nope. When does the game go live? June 6th, I think. It's somewhere around there. It's middle of the year. I don't remember the exact date. There's petals there. We need to keep going this way. Yeah, it's still a few months out. And I will be streaming it when it goes live. We'll go through the story at least a couple times. I'll probably go through as Necromancer first, because, well, Necros for life. And then probably Sorcerer or Rogue. Because those are honestly the ones I have the most fun with. I'm just seeing if there's anything over here. Oh, we can't get a good view of it from there. Darn! So the way we want to go is down. Did that not... Did we really just... We did. We did a loop back to the very beginning of that bottom floor. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Necro has absolute ass mobility. Garbage mobility, even. Yeah, we just did a loop. Hopefully the balance of the classes... Well, you have to realize, we are only in Act 1. We have legendaries tuned up to be, like, super high. Yeah, we just have to go up and right. We have legendaries tuned to be super high level, and that I should have been warned that that was the way. And we also don't get our endgame gear. So you're going to have a situation where you're just like, oh, we have characters that are kind of middling, but they haven't seen their full, like, premise yet. And there's a lot of legendary things that we can't get access to, as well as a lot of modifiers we can get for our gear that are locked in, like Skoskelen and stuff like that, which we just literally can't get to. There's whole dungeons with modifiers for your equipment. And every character's missing some of those. In this area, we have, like, just a handful. Okay, let's see. Just one Sandstalker? No. I really hate the extra life enemies. They're just so fucking tanky. I would like to see... I still don't like the attack and defense system. All your damage is basically determined by your primary stat and your weapon. All your armor is just... It scales weird with the armor. So right now we have like 28% damage absorbed. If we kept this exact armor and got like 5 levels, it'd be down to like probably below 20%. I really hate that because it makes the equipment feel very ineffectual.
Blocked again. Does Lilith know we're coming?
And makes it so you can't just stick with like, oh, I got this really cool unique I got a Tarn Helm in Act 1 normal. That's so awesome. I want to use it. No. There are no just Tarn Helms in Act 1 that have good enough stats that you can just ignore your armor for it. It's actually kind of irritating. The only time you start seeing that would be like maybe a legendary boost, and then you want to strip it off of that old legendary, stick it on a new one. I am getting full on gear. Yeah, you're going to be farming for items eternally, probably. I'll probably just be jumping in on world bosses as much as possible to grab those. That's more damage, so we take it. Let's go ahead and just chunk all the grays out. Because they're not going to be worth a lot of, like, money. There, that should give us at least enough room to kind of piddle around with things. Tarn Helm was great. I used a Tarn Helm for ages back in, like, Classic. It was a wonderful helmet. Then the expansion release, we actually got real uniques. And then 1.1 released, and we found out that those uniques were useless compared to the Rune Wars. Actually, it would have been... Actually, yeah, it would have been 1.1. There's 1.11 rune words that are actually kind of good as well. Some of the armors. You have things like Treachery that came out then. Yeah. Put a recharge on this, and the Druid's flow would feel like 10 times better. Back in the day, we didn't have +2 all skills helmets. So that was your freaking whatchamacallit? Harlequin Crest. Words, I am bad with them a lot. Now I just need something that gives me spirit whenever I transform as well. Knocked you down, you fool. Got him. Ooh, a magic ring. It'll be sold. Friends call it Shaco. Shaco. Druid better off with a mana like the sorcerer. Every class has different resources over here. It's just a different name for the same thing. Energy, mana, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. If this regenerated, we'd actually be able to just flow battle to battle like the other classes. Barbarian can't flow battle to battle very easily, but he kind of like has to push battle to battle. This is a whole different feeling from the other classes. Stone of Jordan's a classic. Yeah. That one's been around forever. Okay, so inventory. We should turn that on. Skill-wise, I think the next skill we get is going to be the wolves. Slightly tempted by the poison creeper. It's got a cooldown on it. So it immobilizes all of them for 2... Actually, that would probably be better than wolves. Direct your wolves to focus on an enemy. And we can actually get more wolves. No? Maybe there's an item for that. But we could go Vine Creeper. The wolves would give me like a backup tank for the bosses, is the main reason I'm thinking about those. My preciouses. It's my preciouses. Oh, we already are at full life. This armor is changing things for us a lot. I don't want to lose this armor, but we're going to eventually have to upgrade past it. And here's another one of the bosses that has less life than his minions. Okay, so that is... We lose 1 maximum life. Sure, switch that out for Miner's Litany. Almost got a level. Apparently a full pet build for druids in the beta, but it relies on uniques, yeah. There's a lot of builds that are like really kind of cool that rely on uniques.
It looks like the same kind of magic.
Well, legendaries. I keep calling them uniques too, but they're technically legendaries. There are uniques in the game. That you can get one from the butcher. You can get one from... I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, you can get one from the butcher. You can get one from the level 35 guy. But I think mostly the level 35 guy drops a rare hammer, if I remember correctly. I haven't actually farmed it. I suppose we should do that before the beta's over. That's probably going to be project for tomorrow.
Yes, I did it.
It would be nice to see the uniques, yeah. Yeah, it will. We didn't level from that. No. We're just proceeding down into the pits of... Oh, we got a level from that. Okay, we got a level from progressing it. So now we have pets. Let's go with vines. I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it through the predecessor to TikTok.
Not enough blood. Never enough blood. I will follow you to the ends of Sanctuary, Mother.
We actually... Oh, it's in there. I can see it There it is. Not exactly a very solid-looking vine. We sort of... You would want this turned into a bar? The mighty Tarnhelm might still be around? Possibly. I don't know how important uniques are going to be. Are they going to be kind of like sets in Diablo 3? Or are they going to be just kind of like, oh, shiny, this is neat, and then just toss it on the ground as you get something better that's a legendary?
Nerel. You're just in time. Beyond this lake lies the necropolis of the firstborn.
I'm going to skip it this time. We've seen it enough.
Look
I
at the
enjoy it,
gift
but
she's
we've seen it
given me.
enough. Oh. Get you stunned. Okay, so we got you. Vulnerable, yay. Can you get out of the spot where I can't hit you without getting hurt, please? For the love of God. The fact that they go down on those stairs is just atrocious.
No! You won't take what's mine!
Yeah, I love Tarnhelm. Well, we got stunned there. That's fine. Okay, can we stop getting stunned? Okay, so that one's down. Okay, this boss fight is actually worse on this character than it was on the Barb. Because we have less mobility. Okay, so you need to be gotten now.
Please! I don't want you to die!
Okay, so let's get this. 1, 4. Get rid of these just one by one. And I hate the big guy that spawns with these, because he has some of the worst mods that
I'm
you
not
can get.
ready yet.
Okay, get that. We are taking a lot more damage. Can I, thank you, actually use my skills? Okay, where's the last one? There it is. Get back here. I swear they just run away, so I have to fight this guy. He'll get resummoned, which really, really sucks. Oh, and we're out of healing. Sweet. Can you not be a dick for just like 4 seconds, good sir? Thank you. Here's another one. I do find it... Okay, it's not resummoning it this time. Last time when we were on the Barb, it kept resummoning him. Which is confusing to me. Why would it not resummon it now?
No!
Oh, a potion bar for the consumables. Yeah, that would actually be nice. Be able to attach one like right here so you could just quick press it whenever you're low. That one I do agree with, Legamus.
You were protecting me. I don't want to hate you. I'm trying. I really am.
And now we have the next quest. Okay, dagger we can't even use. They need to fix that. They need to make it so that the quest rewards are actually for your class. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we go back to town for this one. I do kind of wish blood orbs could be used with players in your party as well. Okay, so we are level 11, so let's get that better weapon. See if that makes us feel a little bit better. Or if it doesn't. There it is. Bonk. We now have better weapon. 349 attack power at level 11. Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't really matter that much. Let's see. Oh, spread crowd control. Yes, much better than the boots that we have. That flurry doesn't really matter for us. A lot of things we can't use. That's a meteor dress for us. Pulverizer, good starter weapon for Druid? I don't know. This feels a lot better than a lot of the other ones we've tried, but I don't know whether it's actually better or I'm just more used to this playstyle. Yeah, that is a massive increase. But I am going to sell stuff rather than scrap it down.
Well struck.
What? Those are just random boots, right? Yeah, that's just crappy boots. Yeah, and the quest items are not like exactly great items, but they're good whenever you're doing that first progression through. Mother's knife.
Fair trade.
There we go. We have 27,000 gold. Nice. And that hammer is hanging really weird on our back. Let's track the main quest, please. Track the main quest. Thank you. Of course, we don't have any straps on us, so how do I expect it to hang? I don't know. I thought it would be a bit higher, though. Might be closer to my level. We're above it. That's also another thing that can happen, is if you get high attack power and defense for your level, like by transferring items in and using them at your level, you can actually get away with being more reckless.
Is ready for the morrow's service.
Received.
Angels above. You've returned. The Reverend...
Okay, let's go find the Reverend Mother. Da 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 da. Teleport away, quickly. It'll be fine. Oof. Okay, we can turn in this quest. We'll get some more XP from it. I keep forgetting to do the potions, but it's fine. Boop. Oh, no, that's not what we want to track. We want to track that. I want to go there. I'm going to do the potions real quick. Well, we beat the game last time at level 13, by the way. Someone just mentioned they found a decent build from Polygon. Which is kind of rare. Polygon's usually, like, very, like, crappy superficial builds.
Well,
I'll have to ask them what it is after this. There we go. We got an upgrade there. Let's go ahead and craft some elixirs. Weak iron barb elixirs. Let's just go with 10. The Reverend Mother is quite a fanatic. Oh, yes. There. Now we have an XP up. We can go back down here and just do our thing. Speedrunning is going to be requiring using waypoints very effectively. And possibly even save and exits. Depending on how they handle some aspects of it. And yes, I am grabbing these just in case we do some druid tomorrow. We're already almost caught up with the barb as far as levels, for those of you curious. Okay, so we go straight up. that way. And yes, the area we're going into is like level 13 or 14. I think we can handle it. Especially with our new hammer. Evisceration. Oh, we're rubber banding. I am missing not having an AoE, but like an AoE for our left click. But I don't want to lose Pulverize. Pulverize is better than the werewolf one, and we want to be swapping back and forth. So this one is...
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't think we can actually use those, can we? Because I know we get some that are, yeah, level 36, level 35. Both of them are 5% XP still, though. So I don't know if that's just going to be the thing. And that's just so much more satisfying. Unfortunately, once we start getting higher level, it's not going to be nearly as satisfying. There we go. I need to start looking at... Oh, it does tell us sell value in here. Sweet. Scene with Anarius and the army in hell where he's just kneeling down in front of everything. That's a... She's a nutcase. Well, Anarius' backstory is completely fucked up, by the way, for those who don't know it. Basically, he got imprisoned in hell and Mephisto ripped off his wings. So, Anarius is... I don't know how he got his wings back. Maybe they grew back like a gecko tail, but... Yeah, his backstory is messed up. I don't know how they explain that he's no longer in hell. Yeah, we're just grabbing that. Does our life total change when we shift? Looks like it did. Okay, up here, we should see it bump up to level 14. No, level 12 plus, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I thought it was higher than that. Now, we can actually get a waypoint by dying up here. It's kind of an odd thing. It'll put us in the bear village because that's the closest one, but even though we don't have the waypoint, it's very, very strange how it does it. I just pulled a Boba Fett. I still haven't watched Mandalorian or the Boba Fett thing. Oddly enough. I probably should. And most of our time is currently spent running between these locations. I still think they should have let you get a horse in Act 1. I don't think you should have to wait until Act 2 to get a horse. If you have the gold, let me buy a horse. If I have the gold, that means I've already been through these zones enough. He is prophecy. He knows where to find another wing. He gets it by stabbing his children.
State your business.
My business is a half-naked man in the middle of winter.
Open the gates.
Half-naked man in the middle of winter comes to your gates and says, I am looking for a blessing. I would ask if he's looking for a coat instead. Now we get to wait for this guy to catch up.
I cannot do that here.
Hold. She's expecting us.
Vigo, good luck.
I'm gonna keep trying to go for as long as possible, but my back is starting to like tighten up.
So, you've returned. Vigo here tells me you were braver than he.
Yes, I am braver than Vigo.
First, you...
But he has the cool armor he gets by shedding all of his
May as
blood.
well make myself useful.
So Vigo taking a bribe is punishable by death. I'm not sure I like this church. Excommunication, maybe death? Maybe not. For those of you wondering, we've been through the story 4 times already. He gets put into an Iron Maiden armor and helps you with a fight. Like how Vigo just appears out of nowhere. Vigo, he's got the teleport spell, a really good one. Oh, we need to be on this fork. At least we can see the vine a little better in this environment. When we first got it, it was just like a phantom.
There's a shrine west of...
Okay, now we get to do the relic part. He also plays cards? Yeah. I mean, that's death worthy as well. Can't be playing those heathen games. Hold up. That's a very strange way to hold a hammer. I think our hammer alignment is just off, by the way. Not sure what that's about, but I can't be the only one noticing it. Oh, I think I want to get the Bear Village one first. Do I? Can't remember whether it's there or there. I think it's there. We can check both. That way I have a quick way to walk down. Although, no, we don't really have to come up here too much more. We're just doing a lap around it. And then we go down to find the woods. Then we walk back up to... Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need the waypoint.
Hark, creature of darkness, for you have wandered beyond the reach of the light. Lift your sins, breathe deep the cold air. The path to redemption lies before you, if you have the faith to walk it.
Do we have the faith to walk it? Probably. I mean, we've walked this path multiple times before. Yeah, seriously though, what is with our hammer? We are literally inside the head of our hammer. It's a glove, it's not a hammer. I mean, that's as good of an explanation as any. I'll stick with it. There we go.
Feel
Touch that.
the sting of your wounds. Let the ice into your bones. Welcome your pain. For the agony of the flesh is the first cleansing of the soul. Make your faith stronger than any hurt.
Make your faith stronger than any hurt. Fanatical Cults, brought to you by Nabisco. Shift back into human. Hey, we're losing our Fortify. Yeah, Fortify wears off after a little while, but it's still handy. Dulls the senses. Does that actually do anything? Oh, it saps strength as well. Please don't make me run away. The only thing more annoying than making enemies run away is making me run away.
The mountains towering over you. Feel how small.
It could be very creepy or funny depending on execution if some enemy were to mention you were going through an event as multiple characters.
Place in worship to the Father.
Just break that fourth wall.
For he has shown us the way.
What does this shrine do? Oh, your attack speed is increased and each has a holy arrows. Sweet. We're probably not going to... Oh, we did run into things. Yay, artillery shrines. They're fun. Not going to really be able to use them on anything, but they're fun. So we're probably going to be about level 13 if we beat it today anyway, too. Goodness gracious. I'm easily distracted by just like, ooh, shiny over there. I need to not be. Gotcha. Oh, we're terrified, but he doesn't exist anymore, so he can't make us that terrified.
The end nears, pilgrim. Look into yourself. Find your faith. Feel how it fills the void within you. Remember, you are nothing without faith.
Oh, what does this
Hold
say?
fast to the light.
Trying to think. What does the saying go? Sadists are just masochists who believe in the golden rule. Something like that. One shot, one shot, one shot. This is why we took the hammer. Hi, Vigo. We're going to skip your dialogue. Okay, so level 12. That puts us at having another point into things. You know, we could just be like all the summons if we want to. How does that sound? Critical strike chance increases. Poison duration is increased by 3 seconds. Nah, let's go all summons. Now we have pets. And pets and pets and pets and boots. Unfortunately, we will not see them in here. Now we have the guy who's telling us we should kneel. No, we will not.
You are small.
Remember, you are small. I am not. I almost broke my own horse's back. We are like the antithesis of small. We are large in every meaning possible. Wide, tall, and ego. I'm letting this one play.
This is how you choose to approach me.
Forgive this intrusion, but...
Tell me what you need.
I must traverse the Black Lake, and that cannot be done without your blessing.
If I've learned anything during my time here, it is that what we're looking for, and what we need, are rarely the same thing. I once thought I could find an end to this war, but there has been no resolution, only more pain. Everything I've done has pulled me further from home, from the place I need to be. This world we made was born from the impossible, and yet, like its creators, it rots from the inside.
I don't... Lilith has entered the ancient city. With your blessing, I can pursue her.
Your kind are weak, and this world has been wasted on the crusades of the unworthy.
I can stop her.
This audience is concluded.
My nipples prove I can do it. Why I let that one play out. We gotta show off the shirtless druid as much as we can. They could make optional boss that can only beat once with each character. It gets stronger permanently with each character you've beaten. We actually have upgrades that are global for all your characters as you make your way through. But I think that one would be seen as kind of like bait to get you to buy more character slots. How quickly he changes at the mention of Lilith. Hey, Lilith. I'm home.
I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, it's... Let's just keep on going out of here. We escaped that with our lives. So we get to go back and ask for the blessing. There was something I was going to mention, but I completely just flaked on it. But yeah, you'd have people buying extra character slots just to get the higher drops. But I don't see myself being willing to farm for that. And how would you make it harder? Just more life, more damage? Because at a certain point, it would just start one-shotting you constantly. At another point, it would just be... Let's see, we just need to, yeah, go up and around this one. Sadly, we do not have a way to increase our speed. Give me a horse, of course. I don't know if we'll get level... We might get level 14 by the end of this. Think I can finish the story. Think I can bring myself to do it. If I'm feeling better later tonight, I'll do another stream to get us up to 25. I'm enjoying the druid a bit now. And also, whenever he says that this is what I was going to say before. He says that our kind are weak. But we're all Nephilim. And it was a Nephilim that killed the prime evil. I get that we are, like, morally weak and easily manipulated by hell. But, I mean, there's only so much that can be done with that. Because, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully everyone is doing all right, though. I'm hearing a strange noise. I think someone's having a party. They're going to have seasons, and also you can add mechanics and affixes, minions, harder layout. The dungeon modifiers don't seem very interesting to me.
An outsider.
They're basically probably going to be like rift modifiers kind of things, if I had to guess what they're going to be.
Blessed are those who bask in the light. Let our faith be our armor against the encroaching darkness.
Stop talking. We need to go inside.
You've returned. Come, let us speak inside.
But yeah, seasons are going to be a thing. Probably going to see some differences like with boss behavior and stuff like that with each of the seasons. Don't know how long the seasons are going to be. But eventually it will hit just maintenance mode where they're just milking cash from just putting in a new shirt kind of thing. Or getting sponsorships to put in other things like that. Stay a while and listen. We're about to go find... I still think this is Diablo. I think this entity is Diablo, if you guys have seen this far in. Because we've got Tristram, we've got all these other hints, and he's interested in Lilith not being successful. Not in Sanctuary being preserved, but in Lilith not being successful. I want to do this before leveling up too much. The wolf, yeah. Our kindred is Diablo. And in we go. I don't think this is a fixed layout. think we're just pretty much guaranteed to always get at least one false path. But that is the only entity I can think of that would actually have interest in us succeeding against her. The only other one would possibly be a character that I don't think would have the power to come back from the dead. Could be Mephisto. That would bring this game to a whole different level of daddy issues. But they were all kind of crammed together in the prime evil. How did Diablo become a wolf? He could take forms. But I would not be surprised if the pale one is the previous Nephilim. Would not be surprised if the wolf is Diablo. But all the primevals can take like different forms. It's kind of like, because we saw it with Belial, we saw it with a few others. We've seen him possess people. We got it? Yeah, we got it. I didn't have to wander all over the place.
Created. Relax. No harm will come to you here.
Have you seen this wolf? It's the wolf from the introduction. It's got like gore all over his face. See? He's got problems. Bloodied wolf with like no face.
Who are you? An admirer of sorts.
I think it's the same voice actor for the two of them.
I saved you in the mountains. You'd lost your horse and crawled into that cave. Would have frozen to death if not for me.
Maybe Lucian.
Why are you helping me? Oh, it's very simple. You want to stop Lilith.
But you think after Malthael died, he basically reset everything. Yeah, it freed their souls. So it very well could be Diablo, and this was his path back in. Hey, Busted, how's it going? Yeah, when he died, all the things were released from the Soul Stone. So
open the door.
Trying to get through this part, we have to wait for him to walk his ass over here. And take a seat. Come on, buddy.
Why are you telling?
Yeah, the voice actor for the wolf and the voice actor for the druid sound very, very similar.
Horadrim's illusion. Neyrel.
Hey, Neyrel. I think I have to talk to
I think
you.
I've lost my way.
You did lose your way, but it's going to be easy enough to find our way. We just have to murder something. A lot of something. It'll be fine.
Is someone toying with us? This place is a maze. And now this. What's that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be dead is what it's supposed to be. But yeah, the druid can do some work. I'm not unimpressed by it once I get the gear on. Can I interact with it, please? That wolf was part of a Horadrim vision, the Horadrim corrupted by Diablo's essence. I'm not even sure that was part of the Horadrim vision. I think that was Diablo guiding us through there, and the Horadrim didn't want us to go through there.
The statue was the source of an illusion. We must be close.
That's my theory on it. Diablo was able to overpower the Horadrim's magic.
Finally, the Horadric Vault.
Yeah, Tyrael's somewhere. He's not dead. I have a feeling we'll just encounter Tyrael. I don't think we're going to run into him in this act. I don't think he's going to be taking other forms, because he never did take other forms. He was always like the one who was like very obvious. Bale took his form for a while. Bobby is a healthy man. But I don't think the wolf could be Tyrael. Tyrael's never shown the propensity to, like, shapeshift. None of the angels really have, now that I think about it.
You might
Only the demons. I want to step back, so that means I'm going to stare directly into the welding flame.
Chaspith Chut.
And just completely ignore her. Until we absolutely have to talk to her up here.
I wish Mother was here.
Bobby, dang it, Bobby. How was the druid? Since we gave him a hammer we got on another character, he's actually pretty fun. I think as long as you can keep your attack power up and competitive with the like enemies you run across, I think he'll be fine. He has some nice combo skills. I'm liking shapeshifting more than I'm liking elemental for sure.
Chest beats shut.
Took Malthael's position as the Angel of Wisdom, yeah. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, Malthael became the embodiment of death. And then he was killed.
Demons.
I don't have the resources to use that. Right now, we actually do not great damage, but good enough. Yeah, 72 to 89. These percents need to be higher. That's my opinion on them. The percents, because it's all just percents of your attack stat. They need to be higher for the druid and the barbarian. It feels like they've seriously just been kind of thrown aside and given the lower percents because, oh, they attack a lot. No. They're also in the middle of this, so if they're not doing the damage, they're going to be taking a lot more damage. Malthael was scary. It wasn't like the hardest boss fight, but he definitely was scary. This boss fight might wreck our face, by the way.
You won't take my master's book!
Okay, maybe this one will not be that bad, actually.
I'm not ready yet.
Get over here, Herald of Lilith. Okay, yeah, we need to keep up the healthy status, unfortunately, so we can actually do decent damage with our stuff. Let's see, yeah, she's almost dead. Three on her. Yeah, Necro is...
Why was a demon guarding that
He's
book?
good for crowds. He's really, really bad for like really tough individual bosses that can rip his summons to shreds. Once his summons are down, if he's a summoner-based one, he's pretty much useless. If he's not a summoner one, he's basically about on par with like a middling sorcerer as far as damage output. So you're either really strong against crowds with summons and weak versus bosses, or you're decent enough against bosses and not as good versus crowds.
Interesting. This ledger was written by the Haradrim. This is...
Okay. That's the Rothma bit. Got an amulet from it, which is... better. We are lagging a little bit, apologies. Extra point in all defensive skills, so we could actually put that on there. Now we have Cyclone Armor. And that just gives us straight barrier. Interesting. So if we had barrier functioning skills, Druid can actually exploit that. Okay, our target zone is there. Yeah, we are lagging bad. Blood mist, corpse explosion. Yeah, that's extremely powerful. Okay, so now it wants us to go up there. I think we will just... Boop. Since we're lagging, we might as well use travel options. I don't know what is causing the just like... It's almost like super regular interruption of my internet. Which is really freaking irritating. Please stop. Game, for the love of fucking God. Yeah, it's actually my internet that's messing up, but we'll give it a minute. I haven't found a way to stop it. I have rebooted everything before streaming and it's just like, okay. Not each and every time, but most of the time. And it still just doesn't do it. Really crappy. Yep, big spikes. I mean, I could show you guys my... Yeah, what happens is... It's not like it's dropping out entirely. What happens is... It'll be going along smooth, just like its normal jitter, and then it'll hit 0, then like 17 megabits per second up, then 0, then 17 megabits per second up, and I don't know what that's a symptom of. And it lasts for several minutes. So if anyone has any ideas on that, awesome. I would love to hear them. But it's pretty much, as you can tell, impossible to play that way. Doubly so whenever you're a melee character and you can't actually get into melee with anything. Because I'm not anywhere near them. My minions are fighting them. And it also causes the YouTube player to mess up for you guys. So not only is it irritating for the game, it's irritating for the stream. That's why you'll often see concurrent viewers like completely plummet, because people's players are erroring out and they're either just listening and it's just going dead silent and they're not noticing. I do that a lot myself. Or it's just they get tired of the stuttering and are like, oh, I don't feel like watching this now, and leave the platform, which actually hurts the channel a fucking ton. Which... Honestly, if I thought I could get away with suing the ISP, I would. I'd be like, you guys are costing my business money. Because yes, my channel is technically a business.
More strangers in the camp.
Yep. Just like I was saying. If it starts doing that, just refresh it. Yeah, it only lasts for a few minutes, but it's enough to be irritating. It's still doing it right now. It's just, like I said, it lasts a few minutes. It gets a little better. Then it'll usually mess up a little bit. Like right now it's hopping between 4 and 7, but it's stabilizing. And then it'll stable back around 7. Even though I have 10 up, which is also another, like, completely odd thing. Yeah, always refresh. The stream isn't just randomly ending. If the stream, if I, like, completely crash, I do have my phone set up to where I can actually send a message to chat and say, hey, my internet's dead. I have that set up. So it's not like it's terribly difficult for me to message it. It's just... Boop. Yeah, I can drop in here and I can just press chat and it'll actually let me go. See? I can chat. See, it just does its thing. Yeah, anytime it does that, just refresh the stream. That's true of any channel. If you start having player errors, just refresh the chat. And unfortunately, this instance, there we go.
Hrothmer's description of
And
the
now it
ritual
should
was
be relatively
difficult to
fine.
understand.
YouTube
I
will
know
complain
French
for a
better.
while.
I think I know how to talk
But
with
my
mother
internet is
again.
uploading at the proper pace right now. It's just ingest is not actually caught up to what we had. Okay, it looks like we don't need anything else here. But yeah, that really causes problems for the channel.
breeze
Because
coming from
it
the
shows it
Black
as
Lake.
a disengagement from the
Do
platform.
you feel it?
Which YouTube
Let's hurry.
frickin' hates. I'm actually surprised my preview player didn't crash. And for some reason, YouTube just played an ad on my phone. So I don't know why it would be playing an ad again. Okay. Now we get to kill the pustules, and then it's off against the big bads. Oh, god damn it, it's doing it again. Already. It's like I know what it looks like on the other screen. I can literally look over at it. As soon as I see it do the little spike down, I'm like, okay, it's going to be doing this again.
Just as Lilith did.
There's literally nothing I can do. I don't know what's causing it, otherwise I'd fix it. You're like, nothing wrong on our end. Yeah, it is something wrong on your end. It hit you with an ad. Oh, and it's not actually updating the chat for me either. Great. I can still chat into it. I just have to refresh it. Let's see. Anything else that I need in these? Not really. We're just going to continue on. Class tier of the beta. Yeah, I can do one of those. I'm not usually big on tier lists. They seem like low effort content, but I mean, if you guys want it, I'll do one. As you've probably noticed, I'm not a huge fan of low effort content. Okay, so for this, we want to do increased damage versus immobilized, stunned, whatever.
To destroy the tumors to go any further.
But yeah, there's a. It's one of those like weird little things that you have to think about as a YouTuber. And I know this is a little bit like fourth wall breaking here. Is whether you want to create something that is. Oh, we have to kill the one down there. Can I actually... Oh, I was going to see if I could just send them. Let's see if we can. Nope. They have to be able to have Pathfind to it. Got a double unskippable... No! That's gross. And if you get ads in the middle of watching the stream, I don't put mid-rolls. So, just as a bit info. Yeah, I don't do mid-rolls on streams. I find them extremely irritating. I will actively click off of streams that have intentional mid-rolls. But yeah, my tier list, if I were to just give it like really quick, just in the middle of this stream, maybe I'll make it into a short or something like that, would be Necromancer 1, Sorcerer 2, as far as like fun. We're not talking skills. So it'd be Necromancer 1, Sorcerer 2, Rogue 3, Barbarian 4, I mean not Barbarian 4, Druid 4, Barbarian last.
The prophecy became my burden. There were others that knew. Ones that couldn't understand.
And it's doing
the
it
nature
again.
of such a thing. I knew Inarius would be driven to interfere. Believing.
Yeah, we're ice skating.
As a savior, piercing hatred's heart in hell.
Okay, where are we at? There we are. Hi. This is why I hate always online bullshit. Could always just record this as an episode if it wasn't always online. And I will forever be a person who thinks this should have an offline mode. As the game progresses, you would like to see skill breakdowns for the classes like you do for D2? Yeah. Well, that's going to take a while to do because there's going to be a lot of like hidden mechanics on these that are just absolute, like, not what they describe. The game lies. Like, hardcore. This is getting too consistent for me to not to believe it's somebody else on. I'm going to just pause everybody else's system and see what happens. This is actually pissing me off. Wi-Fi. Because, see, I own the routers. I have control of them. Come on. You. We'll see if that works. It's not. And I can see on the analytics right whenever you guys start encountering it. For those of you that are curious, I actually do see the extreme drop when it just kicks everybody out of the stream. And I hate it. I am bitter and salty, and I'm an old man. I will yell at clouds, and I will be angry at the ISPs. Because they are shit. But seriously, ISPs in the US, the way it's done is the dumbest fucking crap ever. For those of you wondering, it's regional monopolies. They agree not to go into each other's territory, essentially. And also, so pretty much you're restricted to certain options. But once an ISP has, like, kind of claimed an area, they push and basically, trying to think of how to describe it, lobby would probably be the best way to describe it, for laws that prevent other companies from laying lines. So, yeah, it's just seriously stupid. So there isn't really any actual competition because most of the competition is literally people paying to use the exact same lines. It's just like power in a lot of these. There we go. A lot of states that are very much like, we're extremely capitalist focused. No, you're really not. You're literally just making it so that people buy from sub.
So I locked the
like
gates
resellers.
to hell. It was only a matter of time.
It's not capitalism. Nobody is actually offering a competing product.
And come demanding the key.
You're just offering different labels for the same thing delivered through the same lines. One company is not more reliable than the other because it's literally the same lines. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, we didn't get a chest there. One time we did get a chest there. So each of these seem to be like possible chest spawns. So that's kind of neat. That's part of the randomization. Ah, goodness gracious. Gonna have to put a disclaimer in all the
You refuse to give me the key. You stand in the way.
all the video descriptions that says, "Hey, if my internet shits out, just refresh. It'll be fine."
All you must understand is once I am victorious in hell, the high heavens.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
We're being followed? Oh no! Are we really? I don't think so. Oof. I wouldn't be quite as cranky about it right now, except my back is like killing me, so I want to get this boss done. So I can get up and do my stretches and possibly stand at the standing desk to write my reviews, because sitting is a nightmare.
Beyond this chamber, there's nothing but death and mourning. How fitting it shall be your grave.
Lilith's Lament. I think this guy drops a little too much poison for the melee characters, in my opinion. I don't think that's exactly a good way to design them.
Stand behind my barrier!
It's Golem. It's Blood Golem. I need these. Because we're basically just standing in his puke the entire time. Which drains our life. That's... I don't think the bosses are really designed for melee characters. Because now he's just pooping out his butt. Oh, yay, we have those. I dodge that, thank you. I suppose we could let Vigo handle him, which is this guy right here. Oh, now I'm ice skating again, sweet.
I must wait a moment.
Stand behind my barrier!
Drop more potions. Can you not suck me into that, please?
I'm not ready yet.
Teleporting. Taking tons of damage from it. If we die here because of my internet, that's going to piss me off. Yay! I think we might. Yeah, I can't slam the ground. There we go. Thank you. We got... Pick up the gloves, please. Come on, pick up the helmet. Thank you. Let's finish the story, please. I just want to finish the damn story. You thought it was Pyramid Head from Silent Hill when you first saw Vigo's armor. Yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, he basically bleeds out in there and he gets some stuff.
Worth, friend.
That is the healthy bubble thing, which is, it gives us a... It actually didn't have any plus skills on it this time. Usually it has a plus skill on it. This one does. Instead we just got plus damage, which is fine.
Give me the key to hell. I will not ask again.
It's too quiet. Where is she?
So Act 1 by level 13 feels about like Diablo 1's Act 1. I mean, not Diablo 1, Diablo 2's Act 1.
Is that Rathma?
Yes, it is.
I don't know if you would have chosen to stand beside me in this new world, Rathma. But I would have saved your place, just the same. And now, all that you might have been has been stolen from me. Stolen. This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future. A future made possible because of the price you paid. Your sacrifice will not have been in vain.
Yeah, the serpent does look pretty cool. The big painting on the mural back here. I can point to where it is if we get up there. Yeah, that one right there. It looks really cool in the cinematic. As far as on the characters, like on this screen, not so much, but that's still fine. Okay, but that is the end of the druid story. We got through the story. He feels a bit better than the barb. It might also be the weapon that we got. But overall, pretty solid. And we can't just leave the dungeon. Okay, so we've got to... Oh, we've got to do the walk. Yeah, I keep forgetting. We can't just exit to where we want to go. We got to walk there. Because there is, like, a little bit more. We have the burial thing and whatever she wants to give us. But level 13 for Act 1 seems fairly reasonable. And honestly, if you just pushed straight through Act 1, it would take maybe about 2 hours. We tend to get distracted and mess around with stuff a little bit. It's really not that big of a deal. Is there a boss event today? No. All the boss events have happened for this weekend, so it's literally just... It's literally just people playing their last little bit of a day and a half. I kind of wish they would do another boss event like on Monday. Yeah, I'm lagging too much to actually fight properly. What's gonna suck is if this is still a problem whenever the full release comes out. Because that would actually probably really kill the game for me. But no, all the boss events were yesterday.
Vigo wanted you to have this.
And oh, we go. There, good job. We got a level 14 just by doing that. As far as the skill we would get, I think the next one we would get is Trample, but I need to get up, stretch, do all that other stuff. And I need to figure out why the internet is like shitting a brick, which